What's going on, guys? Shay5969 here, and tonight we're taking a look at a budget banger from Sencut, which is also the first Sencut in my collection and the first Sencut I got to experience. So let's get into it. Alright, so here we have the Sencut Omniform. Now, originally I thought this was in 14C, but it actually is in 9CR18 MOV blade steel, which this is another first in my collection. I don't own a Sencut, so I'm super happy to add this to my collection. And also, I don't own any 9CR18 MOV either, so this is also a first in my collection for blade steel. So I'm very excited to have this, and a huge shout out and thank you again to Ray at Everyday City Carry. I did win this from one of his Monday podcasts. Yeah, big fan of Ray over there at Everyday City Carry. So super grateful to have won this. And the first thing I did when I got it is I kept picking it up and I kept saying, like, wow, this has like amazing action. Very well tuned out of the box. Now, I didn't get the box or any packaging, but it was brand new when Ray sent it to me. So it has this really nice deep carry stainless steel pocket clip that I really like. Goes in and out of the pocket really well. It is in their canvas micarta, which is pretty grippy for micarta. I feel like when it wears down, it'll wear down really, really nice and feel very well in the hand. It does right now. Nice and thin, very thin profile, very lightweight. I was super pleasantly surprised with that action, like I said. It fires very well, very smooth. It is flipper tab only. I don't think you could flick it any other way if you wanted to. It has a liner lock in there with really good access to the liner. Stainless steel liners. And again, those canvas micarta scales. That 9CR18 MOV blade is a flat grind. You can get it in either sheep's foot like this one, or you can get it in a drop point as well. No backspacer in there. Nice and lightweight. It comes in at a weight of 4.2 ounces, so yeah, I would consider it just close to that ultra lightweight threshold. But again, it's surprisingly a big size knife. Feels great in the hand. Very sturdy. Very good jimping right there if you wanted to choke up on it. Good choke up spot. But a nice full size handle and a full size blade. We have a blade length of 3.65 inches. So just under 4 inches, 3.65 inch blade length. Overall, it is an 8.55 inch knife. So a good full size, like I said, good full size knife with a good full size handle. Solid jimping up there as well. The action feels so smooth because it is on caged ceramic bearings. So those caged ceramic bearings give it a really nice buttery action with a nice dropped closed finish there. Yeah, real nice. It is a really nice satin finish. And I like satin and stonewash finishes because I feel like they show wear less if you're grinding on them in the office, opening packages, opening letters, opening mail, breaking down boxes and stuff. With the wipe of the blade, there's a lot that you can't, that will just come right off. I'm going to try to put some fingerprints on there and just wipe them away. But obviously, you know, a fingerprint isn't the same as opening a bunch of boxes and breaking down a bunch of stuff, but just wanted to show off how good that it wipes off when you do wipe it off. But yeah, Big fan of this knife. Super pleasantly surprised. I would say this is an instant budget banger in the collection for sure. It does have, I believe, T8 on the pivot, and then I believe it was 8 on the body as well, and then 6s on the pocket clip. So if you wanted to take it apart and clean it, you need a T8 and a T6, and you're good to rock and roll. So I was looking into Sencut, a little about them, because, as I said, this is my first Sencut in my collection. They are a sister company of Wii and Civivi. So they do have some very cool designs out there that you can get for under $60. They said that they wanted Sencut to focus on two things: keeping the price low and affordable for everybody, and then also they wanted to focus on customer feedback. So a lot of these budget blades are derived from the results of customer feedback, which I think is very cool. If you're a company and you're going to advertise about a product, I think that is a very cool thing to advertise. Not a lot of companies, not a lot of manufacturers are out there listening to what the consumers are saying and responding accordingly. But that was one thing that Sencut set out to do from the beginning. And also, they offer a lot of really affordable, well-made products. So if you're looking for a budget blade, you can definitely pick one of these up for under $50. This specific one right here, I think, is on sale depending where you go. I've seen some for $38, seen some for $40. So another great budget banger that you can pick up for under $50 that will hold up, take a beating, resharpen up just fine, and with that satin finish, you should be able to wipe it off really clean, give it a little scrub, and it should stay looking nice. So the Sencut Omniform, which is a pretty cool name as well. But yeah, tip up carry, reversible pocket clip, but it's not recessed, so you could flip the pocket clip over if you wanted right there, but it wouldn't be recessed. And then also, say you did want to switch and make it left-handed carry, it's a liner lock, so it's not technically fully ambidextrous. Like if it had a crossbar lock, I would say that it would be fully ambidextrous. But either way, very cool offering from Sencut. I'm excited to take it to the office and beat on it and see how it holds up and performs. This isn't really a review. This is more of just a first impression. You guys obviously saw me unbox it in the giveaway unboxing video I did earlier in the week, but I didn't know the name of the blade. I didn't know the blade steel. I didn't know the model name, excuse me. So I did a little bit of research, and that is what I found. The Sencut Omniform. So very cool. Very excited to add my first Sencut to the collection. And since we got it out, let's go ahead and do some comparisons. I do love a sheep's foot blade, or like a reverse Tonto blade. I think they are super good for taking to the office and beating on. They work really good for getting in and making cuts on boxes and packages when you're opening stuff up. You can really get under those flaps nicely. But here's a QSB Penguin to compare it to. And again, this is an 8.55 inch knife overall, with that 3.65 inch blade length. And then when the handle's closed, it is 4.89 inches when it is closed. So there it is against the QSB Penguin. Here is a CJRB Acacia to stack it up to. So pretty good size there to give you a little comparison idea. And then I brought out a couple bigger knives just to show you. So here we have the Microtech MSI. And this is a 9-inch knife, I believe, so maybe closer than I thought. And then we'll go ahead and grab another big boy on the table. We got our SOCOM Auto. But these are probably the two bigger of the pocket knives that I like to carry. So, looks like it's right in there size-wise. So I do prefer to carry a bigger pocket knife. No specific reason. I just I got fat fingers, so sometimes on the smaller pocket knives, I find it a little bit harder to get in there and maneuver the mechanism sometimes compared to a bigger pocket knife. So yeah, very cool. The Suncut Omniform. If you're looking for a new budget blade that won't break the bank, I highly suggest giving one of these a go. I think you will be very pleasantly surprised by how good that action is out of the box. The Suncut Omniform. I appreciate you guys for watching, as always, and we'll see you on the next one. Peace.